All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol SNDL, Sundial Growers Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So, Sundial Growers has had a run. I mean, this is a penny stock here, and I want to talk about it just a little bit. It started running since the beginning of November, and it's been pretty steady. And then it just ran up to these highs of about 54 cents. I mean, that's a big run. And then quickly after, it was not able to hold that up, and it started to bring itself down. And you can see the volume. It was about 12 million, almost 11 million and some change, that made this whole entire run up. So you can imagine, I mean, this is a penny stock, 11 million being bought. I mean, a lot of people are buying thousands of shares at a time, probably, or hundreds of shares, according to what risk they want to take. And this just ran its way up to newer highs. So something I want to talk about, other than just analyzing this chart, is if this can hold itself up above the 50-day moving average, and it's actually going to grow because it's part of the same industry as Aurora Cannabis, Tilray, Canopy Growth, and Hexo. This is probably the cheapest one that you can buy in this sector, and I'm not sure their balance sheets, how well they're doing, or income statements. I was trying to look through it, but you don't get as much information as the typical companies. They're all like in the negatives, but I mean, I would like to see at least what they're really doing, like what's going on. It's just kind of an overall here, and when you go to quarterly, it's just negative every single quarter. Now there is a way to find more information on that. You can go probably to Market Watch, or just whatever resource you want to use. You're more than welcome to, and it's good to look at everything that's going on with the company. This is just kind of a slight overview, and then like you could see the technicals are saying buy. So if all of these in the same sector are going up, the possibility is that this one could continue to be dragged up with it, and maybe it can get out of that negative revenue and income. But we're gonna have to see how this plays out for the company. Right now, this is a lot of speculation because it just ran up and it fell quickly. But something that I noticed is that it's holding itself up slight bit. So if the bulls can actually pull out of here to newer highs and kind of create a consolidation and work their way up to newer levels, rather than just running up and falling down with all this volatility, this company could be a great company that can probably multiply sometime around months from now or a year from now. And it can multiply into some big numbers, because when you go back, you could see that it was once worth dollars amounts. So this is something that could be an opportunity. If it's not just speculation, and it's more than just speculation, it could actually become a true profitable company. This is one to definitely think about. And I would love to see your guys' comments down below. Anybody that's done research and wants to share it with other investors, you're more than welcome, so that everybody is well informed and not just seeing a chart, but also know why this chart ran up and what's the possibilities and what is this company trying to do to become profitable or even better. So I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say. Let's go ahead and look here at our support levels and our resistance levels. So this is some important numbers here. This is super close, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit broader. But if the bulls can break through this, their next point of reference would be up here. This is probably one of the most important numbers, 37 cents. I'm just going to round it down. I know it says 02, but 37 cents to the T. 37 cents has to be broken through by the bulls to go ahead and reach newer highs and new resistance levels. That's the highest point after this bullish run before it started to dip. So 37 cents will be a game changer if the bulls can break through that, pull further away from the 50-day moving average, and reach newer highs. So super important for the bulls. I want you guys to keep that in mind. And by the way, I'm going to have a trivia question, so stay tuned till the end of the video so that you guys are well aware of these questions and be able to answer them down below, so that if anybody missed it, you guys are more than welcome to answer it. And that way also you can confirm with yourself what's important for you to look out and see in this chart for the next coming days and weeks. Okay, so stay tuned for that trivia question. So that is a point of reference that's important. Now, the first resistance level that the bulls need a breakthrough to continue this momentum that they've created and stay above the 50-day moving average and pull away from it is breakthrough 30 cents and 56. 30.56. Super important for the bulls. They need to break through that, turn that into a support, and then start to work their way up to newer highs to reach 37, which will be one of the most important resistance levels to be broken through, so that from 37 beyond they can start to reach new highs, new resistance levels, and pull further away from the 50-day moving average. Super important for the bulls. And now the 50-day moving average is 25.06. It's not letting me land exactly on it, but to be to the T, it's 25 cents. And if you just want to round it down, but it's 25 cents. As long as we're above it, we're in bullish territory. The moment we're below it, we're in bearish territory. Now, the bulls need to, I want to emphasize that, break through resistance to reach newer highs and newer support levels created as they break through resistance levels. So once they break through this first resistance, they turn it into a support and pull away from it to reach newer highs. They need to do this so that they can continue this momentum. If not, this will be what the chart will look like. Let's say it slightly dips, starts to move sideways. Well, this 50-day moving average will start to move sideways upwards till it crosses the stock's price, and now the stock price is down here and the 50-day moving average is up here. So if the stock price is down here, we're now in bearish territory. So for the bulls to continue this momentum and continue to work their way up, they need to break through resistance and go ahead and do that staircase effect and bring themselves up to newer highs. Super important for the bulls. They need to break through resistance. I want to emphasize that because that resistance point is super important for the beginning catalyst to continue to work their way up to newer highs. Now, on the other hand, we have what the bears want. If the bears accomplish this, they broke through two things. They broke through the 50-day moving average, getting into bearish territory, and they broke through the first support level in bearish territory, which means that this can get them to newer lows and newer support levels. So if this gets broken through, we're already in bearish territory, and this can signify that the bears are going to pull this further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction, and that's 22.95. If you want to round it up, 23 cents. But to be exact, 22.95. That's the lowest point that this stock reached on its way down before it bounced back up. And that's the first support level that is underneath the 50-day moving average. And if the bears break through this, this will be on its way to newer lows and pull further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction. So you want to keep in mind that this point of reference you have to pay close attention to. If it starts breaking through the 50-day moving average, watch the behavior between the 50-day moving average and the support and see how the stock is reacting in this area. You're going to want to pay close attention because that's where you're going to see the tug of war, whether the bears are gaining control or are the bulls trying to reappear and bring this back up. That's what's most important here. You're going to want to pay close attention to that. Now, if support is broken through, now you're moving further away from the 50-day moving average, you're in bearish territory, and you're getting deeper into bearish territory. So that right there is very important to pay close attention to, how the stock is reacting, how quickly is it hitting newer lows, and are the bulls trying to reappear to bring this back up? Those are the things you want to pay close attention to. So watch the behavior of this stock if it breaks through the 50-day moving average and if it breaks through support. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. So trivia question. What is the most important point for the bulls to break through? I talked about the resistance. I talked about the highest point before it fell. And I talked about the highest point that it reached. Which one of those three is the most important point for the bulls to pull further away from the 50-day moving average and reach newer highs? I look forward to seeing your guys' comments down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. And let's make some money.